Hi, kitties. We're live. Once again, we're here with the Mark Color micro line pens because I love them. A little inking going on here today with the Mark Color. I'm roll my sleeve way up because I'm afraid I'm going to smudge. Maybe I should even take this hoodie off. So how are the kitties doing today? I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. See how nice of a line this has? It's almost like a pen, really. I mean a fountain pen. When I say pen, I mean the traditional dipping in India ink fountain pen. Except I don't end up with any big blobs of ink. And normally I wouldn't attempt to draw a straight line like that without a ruler. But I'm just loving these pens and I'm so comfortable with them that, yeah, what the heck, let's do it. Let's go with the freehand. Once again, you can hear my loud neighbors talking through the thin wall. I think he gets crazier with each week that goes by. Because I don't think he's talking to anybody. I don't think he's having a conversation on the phone or anything. I think he's just rambling to himself. It's important not to go too far. And remember, always keep an eye out for those areas when you need to stop. Like that line right there where it meets. Otherwise, I would have had to go in with a whiteout. Anybody out there? Anybody watching? Go back into this one a little bit, maybe, since nobody's watching. I don't know if it's as much fun to draw comics as it is to read them. I always think it is as much fun until I start to do it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun too. If you're good, it's more fun. But if you're not as good, like I am, I'm not that great, so I just struggle with it a little more. I think it'd be fun if I was like, Bill Sienkiewicz or Steve the Dude Rude. It'd probably be a lot more fun. But who knows? Grass is always greener on the other side, right? How about this gun down here? Man, I love these pens. They never give you a faulty line. It never feels like it's drying out until it's completely dry. You'll know it when it goes. A lot of pens aren't like that. I've had trouble with pens where they're good at first, and then all of a sudden the line isn't any good anymore, and it's like, is it drying out, or is the tip crushed? What's going on? Did I fuck the pen up? He's yelling over there now. Listen to him. There's something about this I don't like, but you guys probably can't even see that. It's out off the screen. I'm working on stuff you can't even see. And then I say it's work, but it's not really that much work. It's a lot of fun when I start doing this part. Anytime I get to do hatching, and then I see artists who don't use hatching a lot, like Kirby doesn't actually use that much hatching. If you really study his work, a lot of it is solid black areas. And then when he needs to do a gray area, he'll do that hatching thing a little bit, but you might see it more with certain inkers on Kirby, like Vince Coletta. I guess this is kind of like not only a drawing live stream, but it always ends up being a discussion of comic art in general, and specifically having to do with, I guess, Silver Age comic artists like Jack Kirby. He really is the king. Oh, we got people watching, it looks like. Mehmet Akpinar, good to see you. Thanks for chiming in. It was like a Mobius move right there, right? That's how I conceived of it. Except he wouldn't draw it in pencil first. He would just go at the paper with one of these and no pencil. What should I do here? Should I make it black? Should I do those lines? How's that? That guy never stops talking next door. He must be on drugs or something. Because nobody just talks like that endlessly and nothing. You know? Or no one. Right? You know what I mean? Oh, we got somebody else looking. Laura Mueller. Hello, Laura Mueller. Thanks for chiming in. It's always good to see new people in the chat. I love you guys. This is why I do it. If nobody's watching, I won't have any reason to do it. So, but I am curious. How did you find me? Did I come up on your feed? Did it just pop up somehow? I'm really curious how that works. 'Cause I really don't know. Manga, if you want to call it that, I guess so. I mean, it's American comics. You know, manga is to me more Japanese. You know, but I mean, if you want to use that term loosely, it's all manga, right? I mean, uh, anytime you, what is the definition of manga? Let's work on that. Manga is when you tell stories with pictures, right? I think it's usually in black and white too, which I'm doing, right? It's black and white. Although I don't know if all manga is black and white. Maybe you guys can answer some of these questions for me, because I can't really look it up while I'm doing this live stream. You know, what do you think? Tell me about manga. What defines manga? I need a wider pen. That's probably what's going on here. Let me see, what do I have? I don't have anything over here, do I? Grab one. Yeah, so I found this one. This is good. This is going to be good right here. Right? I got a wider pen for this area right here. Okay, and I really want to do this in a heavier line too. How you breathe is important when you draw. It's good to have a smooth breath. Breathe in deeply and breathe out smoothly. Let it out slowly. Just like you would if you were working with a handgun, right? If you were practicing shooting, you might do that. You might breathe in deeply, let it out slowly as you squeeze the trigger. Right? Well, that's what you want to do for the particular reason that you have the smoothest movement. It'll be less shaky if your breath is smooth. Makes sense, right? I could go totally black down here. See that? Kind of works, right? like this. There we go. A little bit better. Hey, at least that whole easel isn't falling apart like that one time, right? Like last week. What do you think? Are we getting there? We had a couple things to tighten up, right? And this is what I mean. This is the kind of pen that I like, but it skips if you're not careful. You know, it's like, I don't know, maybe too much pressure on the tip will cause it to do that. I'm not really sure what. Maybe it has to do with the kind of paper. It's not doing it now. Yeah, there you go, a little bit. See, it's skipping a little bit right there. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers, because that's the thing that makes the most difference for my channel. See, Skippy, it's not doing what I want. Let's get rid of that one. We'll go back to this. I fudged that pretty badly, but it doesn't matter too much. You get the idea. Part of what goes on when I do comics is that if I go out of my way, too far out of my way to make it perfect, then it's like taking me forever and I'll never finish anything. You know what I mean? It's like I really need to sacrifice a little bit of perfection for completion, for continuity. You know what I mean? For posterity. Otherwise, it won't be anything. I feel like there's a line right here that has to happen with the gun. Would you agree? Not sure though. I'm not 100% sure on that. I might leave it for now. You know, because we're almost at a half an hour. This has been great. I don't always enjoy live streams as much as I've enjoyed this one. So thanks, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you again to all the subscribers.